individual who perseveres through the challenges of life with unwavering commitment is one who has embraced the essence of humility. But what does it truly mean to humble yourself? It involves acknowledging your humanity. It's about recognizing your flaws, your boundaries, and your imperfections. Here's a little insight. Everybody is already aware that you're not perfect. I'll say that again. Everybody knows that you're not perfect. They know that you're not perfect. So you can stop the charade of having everything figured out. Because in reality, no one does. We can all let go of the front that we are without faults or vulnerabilities. Humility should not be confused with low self-worth. It doesn't imply that you should belittle yourself or view yourself as worthless. Jesus didn't sacrifice himself for something insignificant. He did so for those individuals who reflect his image. This right here highlights your immense worth. If you lacked value, Jesus wouldn't have made that sacrifice for you. Being humble doesn't mean you should downplay your abilities or deny your strengths. It's about being truthful regarding your shortcomings. It's about being truthful about your weaknesses. It's about being truthful of the things that you're not so good at. We are a mix of strengths and weaknesses. I possess notable strengths, and so do you. But I also have significant weaknesses. Humility is simply about being candid about both aspects. That's what humility is. An important aspect of humility is the ability to even laugh at yourself sometimes. Interesting is the one thing that's interesting about the words humor and humility is that they share a common root. If you can find humor in your own missteps, it's a strong indication of a healthy self-image. The Message Bible says it like this in 2 Corinthians 4:7. We carry the precious message around in the unadorned clay pots of our ordinary lives. That's to prevent anyone from confusing God's incomparable power within us. God infuses us with his glory. God infuses us with power and life, despite our fragile nature, much like ordinary clay pots. These pots are prone to breaking, and it's clear that we all have imperfections. However, there is no need to conceal these flaws. Instead, we can embrace the flaws with humor and joy in our unique differences and learn to let go of trivial concerns. Recognizing your weaknesses allowed you to rely on God and others for support, helping you to navigate beyond your imperfections with greater ease. Think about that today. What is humility? It's not saying that you're worthless. It's actually showing how much you are worthy. It's about just recognizing your weaknesses and leaning into God and allowing God to work through you to help you through those weaknesses, to help you become a better person. Think about that today. What is humility? Are you having a hard time actually acknowledging your weaknesses? It doesn't mean that you're not worthy. God didn't send his son to die for someone that wasn't worthy. You are worthy. But we do have work to do. We have work to do on ourselves. We have work to do. And if we don't work on ourselves, then we can't fulfill the purpose that God has placed on our lives. So I don't know what your weaknesses are today. But my prayer is that you will name them one by one and take them to the altar. Take them to God. Confess. Say, this is who I am. This is where I'm weak. And this is where I need you to meet me. This is important to your spiritual journey. This is important to your daily walk. This is important to your career. This is important to your business. This is important in your ministry. This is important in your parenting, in your relationships. Understanding where you are weak. Because the Bible tells us that where we are weak, God is strong. But we have to realize that there are areas of our lives that need help. And the only way to do that is to go to God and confess what it is. Don't go through this next year pretending that you have it all together. Don't go through this next year sweeping your faults and your weaknesses up under the rug and just looking over them without taking into consideration how it's affecting your life. Think about that today.